Hey, everybody, it's Scott Steen with winnersandwhiners.com coming to you with the Thursday edition of Today in Sports Betting, Part 2, MLB. Scott, got a couple of games here. Should be some interesting pitching matchups. Of course, we've got some early games on the card. I've got a play on the Dodgers Pittsburgh. That game starts probably by the time I go to bed, Scott. That's 11:35 Eastern time start right there, buddy.
I think you mean 12:30 Eastern time. But
it is 12. You're right. I was
either way, it's before I wake up.
Still an early game.
It's before I wake up. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we'll see if Castillo. He also goes to Cincinnati and Milwaukee. That'll be an interesting game, Scott. But a couple we wanted to talk about here. There's one that starts a little later in the evening. It's two pitchers, Scott. Can we say? About 3 games ago, we would have called them peers, but now I don't think so. The Washington Nationals are going to start Mighty Max Scherzer of the University of Missouri against Anthony DeSclafani, Gwen's brother. Thank you. I'll be here all day. Scott, DeSclafani has been riding the struggle bus here lately. Any ideas why? Any theories, Scott?
Well, we have a conspiracy theory that with all of the reports coming out about minor leaguers being suspended for foreign substances on the ball and how the entire Giants pitching staff seems to have randomly turned journeymen into Cy Young candidates, we think there might be a little bit of a correlation there between some starters potentially at least limiting the temporary use of some substances along the way. Now, you wouldn't have noticed it from Cole yesterday because he was pretty good, but yeah. For just most pitchers, it seems like you have seen a reduction in spin rate. I don't have DeSclafani's information in front of me when it comes to his spin rates the last couple of starts, but he's still been fine. He just hasn't been as dominant as he had been earlier in the year.
Well, yeah, he's had a rough go of it. He had a nice start last time out, gave up 2 runs in 6 innings.
The 2 before weren't great, but he was also against the Dodgers, so they have a solid lineup.
That's I've heard that. I've heard the Dodgers are quite good. I really like the cut of their jib, but we'll see. Scott, you're getting, if you believe DeSclafani, if the 10 runs in 2 2/3 innings was just an aberration, you're getting a nice price here because you can have the Giants, Scott, the first place Giants, by the way. Is that right?
I know that they've been kind of bouncing around, but yes, they are 2 games up on the Dodgers.
Yeah, they're 2 games in San Diego's all of a sudden in third. Yeah, so you can have the first place team, Scott, against the almost cellar dwelling team. I know they're ahead of the Marlins, but you can get them at a nice price. You have any interest on the Giants at plus money, Scott? Plus 150 or so?
I think you can make an argument because Scherzer, despite having a 2.22 ERA, is only 5-4, which tells you all you need to know about the run support he's getting. I like the under. I know that it's at about 7. First 5 under in particular, which I'm assuming you can probably get a 3.5. I just don't see many runs coming out of these 2 starting pitchers. DeSclafani, we mentioned the potential conspiracy stuff, but he's still been pitching pretty well lately. 6 innings, 2 runs against the Cubs, definitely not bad. And you're facing off against Scherzer, who's been phenomenal all year long, like he always is, so that's not really a surprise. But you have a total at 7. I'm assuming that the first 5 will be around 3.5. I'm not going to overthink this one. I like the under. We know that the Nationals offense stinks. We know Scherzer's great. You'll probably see, 2-1 in the 5th or something?
I wouldn't be a bit surprised. Yeah, this is a Nats offense that is just not good.
They were good yesterday. They scored 9 runs, which means that they're probably not going to score 9 runs for the next week.
Tuckered themselves out, probably.
Yep.
All right. Scott, game right below that on your card. Also a 6 o'clock start. A 7:10 Eastern time start. It's Colorado and Miami. Scott, it's Chichi Gonzalez. I drink every time I say Chichi Rodriguez, by the way. Against Trevor Rogers, Scott.
We like Rogers on this program.
I'm a fan. We're both big fans of Rogers. How could you not be? 1.97 ERA, 109 WHIP. Lost his last 2 though, Scott. Does that mean anything to you?
Devastating stuff. His ERA's below 2. How can I ever back him again? He's lost 2 straight starts.
I had a guy in my comment section the other day that said, was it the 76ers game? I can't remember what it was. You lost the 76ers game. Why would I believe you in anything else? Like, I don't
I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you, but
Tough
you're
crowd.
looking at Rodgers. It's not like he's been bad. I mean, the two games that they lost were the Red Sox and the Pirates in extras. I don't even know if he got a decision either of those games, but 6 innings, 2 runs in both. So it's not like he suddenly got shelled. No, he's been consistently great, which is why his ERA is below 2. Now the Rockies, shout out to them, did us a solid yesterday on the radio show.
Unbelievable. For those of you that listen to the radio show, we do our Bet the Farm every day. Scott talked me into it. I will give him almost full credit for this. He talked me into it. A lot of times we totally agree. A lot of times we have to talk each other into the other play. And it was the Colorado Rockies' first 5 against the Marlins. And the Colorado Rockies have won 4 games on the road this season.
No, they had won 4 games on the road this
season. Did they hold on for the win? I saw they tried to
They won 4-3.
They did end up winning 4-3. I saw it late. I didn't see who won that one.
I'm just a fan of Gomber. That's pretty much the only reason. You had a spot starter against Gomber, and I thought it was a good situation.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He can pitch.
Yeah, but you're looking at the Rockies, and even though they did us a solid yesterday, they're 5-23 on the road. And now instead of facing off against Garrett, who was a relative youngster journeyman with a 9 ERA, now you're facing off against one of the best starting pitchers in the league so far this season, and you got Chi on the mound. Yeah. Now the Marlins can't hit, so I don't exactly want to take a total in this one because the Marlins could break out, which is almost impossible. But, stranger things have happened in baseball. The thing is, I don't actually know which angle I want to take in this matchup because I hate both bullpens. But the Marlins are also laying 210. So do I want to take the run line with the Marlins? I might just go Rockies team total under. But I hate that Marlins bullpen. It's really just a tough spot. What do you think?
I think this game is unplayable. I do. I think Miami wins.
So do you want to call an audible and pick another game? Because if it's unplayable, what are we talking about?
Well, I'm just saying for me, we like to talk about Trevor Rogers. We like to talk about teams that have good value, teams that are overvalued, et cetera. And I think we've got that, not every game we pick is going to be one that we're just slam dunk we agree on.
That is true.
You can play the run line. I'm guessing you're going to get pretty close to even money. Scott, you got the run line in front of you on this?
Oh, it's plus 104.
Okay. So, yeah, you're catching – and there's a reason that you're catching $1 worth of value from the money line. And
it's actually plus 110 on DraftKings.
All right. So you're catching $1.15 in value. That's a substantial amount. I don't think Colorado as a team total is playable because it's probably going to be 2.5.
I see 3 flat juice to the under.
Yeah, if you've got an even numbered book, you can probably find 3. If you can't, it's going to be 2.5. So.
I see Rockies totals at 3 minus 128 to the under.
Yeah, I've got most books. Well, most offshore books are going to have halves.
Do you like the first 5 run line for the Marlins?
Yeah, I don't hate that. I think that's a lay and a half at minus 130 or so.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I would do that. I think there's your play. I
like the Marlins to score first, but their minus 120 is the home team, which is just hideous.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that too. That's also a solid play.
Should be because you assume Rodgers will get through the first no problem. But
yep.
Yeah, I think you can look at the prop market, look at the run line, but in terms of a total or a money line, if you like money line parlays, Marlins money line should be a decent option for you.
Yeah, it's a nice little sweetener to throw in if you've got a parlay cooking.
Yep.
Yeah, big fan of Trevor Rogers right there. That's
rookie.
Trevor Rogers, Lopez, and who's the third one, Scott?
Alcantara.
Yeah. Scott, I think
Rogers won rookie of the year for a reason.
I think they've got me convinced after watching that game the other day and listening to the announcers. I'm finally going to give in and start pronouncing it Alcantara.
Okay.
Yeah. It makes
Alcantara.
Alcantara.
Okay.
It makes no sense to me, but it's his name. So
whatever works.
I've got an H in my name for no apparent reason. So what are you going to do?
That's a good point.
What else you got? What else you like, buddy?
Looking at a game that we might actually have an opinion on.
Hey, there you go. We had a lot of opinions on the game.
A lot of opinions. And we're going to bounce it around to the rest of the card after this. But looking at the Astros and the Red Sox, you have Greinke against Rodriguez. I mentioned on the show yesterday that I liked the Astros yesterday getting plus money, even though Odorizzi stinks, because Houston has dominated the Red Sox so far this season. They are 5-1 against the Sox. And now you have Greinke on the mound against Rodriguez, who has not been good this season. And it's roughly even money, or it's at -110. Pick 'em. Totals at 9. You have any thoughts on this? Because I feel like we're both taking Greinke, and I feel like we can go through this quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we had this same situation. I don't know if it was his last start or not, where Greinke was actually getting money.
I'm trying to remember who Greinke was pitching against in that start. It might have been Rodriguez. It might not have been. But all I know is Greinke did pitch well in that outing.
It was Toronto. It was Hyun-Jin Ryu.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, he pitched pretty well, Scott. Complete game, gave up 1 earned, 6 hits.
Yeah, the last 2 starts, Greinke's actually 3 of the last 4 starts, he's gone at least 8 innings.
Yeah.
And given up 1 run or less. And it's even funnier because the last 2 starts, 17 innings, 2 runs, 2 home runs.
Mm-hmm.
So like nobody's getting on base. Like he's just killing these people.
Yep, that's exactly right. And
I can't go against him. You're gonna be -110 for a pitcher who's pitching probably the best he has all year.
You know, one of the remarkable things about Greinke, and this is kind of an anomaly as well as he's pitched, he's the over has hit in 9 straight games.
A lot of run support.
So they are giving him a ton of run support.
Not that he needs any of it, but he'll take it.
He will absolutely take it.
And then we got to switch gears and talk about Eduardo.
62 runs in 9 games, Scott. So
Yeah.
he's getting almost 7 runs a game.
And now we got to switch gears to the other pitcher in this matchup, Eduardo Rodriguez, who was very good 2 years ago, skipped last year because of a condition that would have gave him a little problems with COVID, so he ended up not pitching, and then he came back this season, and it has not been good. 5-4, and you think, well, maybe that's not that bad. 5.59 ERA, 1.41 WHIP. You look through the last couple of outings, kind of what you expect. A lot of 5 innings performances, usually at least 3 to 4 runs, maybe even more sometimes. Faced off against Houston in late May, 4 2/3, 7 hits, 6 runs. Greinke is -110. I am not really sure what the odds are supposed to tell me besides they're daring me to take Houston, and I'm going to take Houston because Greinke's really, really good.
Yep, Scott, just like it said on my divorce papers, he doesn't go long and he doesn't go deep.
Ouch. I'll save that for your therapy for your therapist. But,
pitched into the 6th just 1 time his last 4 starts. He's given up crooked numbers 5 in a row, Scott. 3, 6, 4, 5, 4. That ain't good. That is not good at all. I have no idea. They are giving this Red Sox offense way too much credit against Greinke, who may not be quite in Cy Young form. Pretty damn fine pitcher. He may not be an ace. I call him a solid 2+ or maybe a 1. So again, they're undervaluing Greinke again. I'm jumping all over this.
Once again, Houston's 5-1 against the Red Sox this season. So some teams just match up well against others. This appears to be one of those cases. And with the pitching advantage, I got to take it.
Okie dokie. Speaking of Ryu, he's going against Keuchel today for the White Sox. Keuchel has been he's been fine. He's
got shelled against Detroit.
Ryu has been quietly, Scott, pretty damn good.
Yep.
We've got Toronto's a small favorite here, -115. I know the Sox are good. They're in first place, but they didn't look good yesterday, putting up just 2 runs. And again, as we've seen, Scott, this bullpen for Chicago, it's got good stats, but they're struggled a little bit here last couple games.
That's one way to put it.
So, yeah.
I'm going to go with Toronto first 5. I'm going to take the bullpens out of the equation because I don't like either bullpen.
Okay.
But Eichel, we know, pitches to a lot of contact. And with this Toronto lineup, you probably don't want to pitch to contact because they got a lot of power hitters. Meanwhile, Ryu's just really, really good. And I think that if you're looking at a -110, -115 full game, you'll probably see -115 first 5. That's where I'm going in this one.
Now, he did get lit up in the game we were talking about against Greinke. He did go just 5 2/3, gave up 7 hits, 6 earned.
Well, he got lit up, but they did end up I believe he pitched well to start, and then he blew up in roughly the 5th or 6th inning. So he did pitch well for the first couple of innings, and then everything kind of fell apart. But then again, Toronto also plays in a Little League stadium. So I kind of just throw the stats out for some ballparks because
makes your first 5 better.
Yeah, but I like the first 5 there. I just think that Keuchel's a guy we know what we're getting. Ryu we know is very good. I think there's a good chance Toronto gets 2 across, maybe even more. And I'm not sure the White Sox get more than 1.
Okay. Getting a good price on Oakland against Kansas City. He's playing terrible baseball right now. Frankie Montas goes against Minor. Minus 145 is the A's. That number is going to do nothing but skyrocket. But I'm sure by the time you guys watch this, it's probably going to be 160, 165. So
I like Oakland in a body bag.
I'm sending all our viewers a mind shot right now to bet that game before they see the video. Okay, everybody got it? Okay, good. Hopefully you all made that bet.
I'm assuming Oakland takes him behind the woodshed.
Yeah.
We said in yesterday's show, on the radio show, that it seemed like Kansas City was about to start sputtering and they're about to fall apart again.
Yeah.
And nothing that showed me against the Angels shows me that this team is not going to lose about 7 straight.
No. And the West Coast trips are really good for that kind of stuff too.
Yeah, with the travel and a bunch of random time difference stuff. Yeah,
Yep. You all of a sudden you find yourself losing, 5 of 6 or 6 straight. Or
when you score roughly 2 runs against Bundy and then score 1 run against Canning, you got some problems. And Minor's been pretty decent, but we know Oakland's been cooking lately.
Yep. This is an Oakland team. I wrote them today. They're very good. They have won 6 of their last 7.
We don't exactly like Montes, but based on who just shut down the Royals over the last couple of games, I think one of us could pitch.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter at this point. So, all right, guys. As always, you're looking for more information on these games or any other games, don't forget to stop by and check out the best free resource on the web. That is winnersandwhiners.com. Full previews and predictions in every single game, every single day. Make sure you stop by and check that out. Of course, we appreciate you guys watching today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Good luck on all of your plays. Hope every one of those tickets in your pocket turns into cash money when you head back to the window. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow on Today